What's up, everybody? Danny Lightning back with another War Robots video. Today we're checking out the Harpy. We're going to do a very honest review on this robot. We're going to tell you what he's good for, which game modes he does best at, how to play him, all that good stuff. So we're going to go do some game footage, and we're going to explain this to you as we play. At the end, we're going to talk about the setup, the pilot skills, the modules. We're going to tell you exactly how to set this guy up to make him do the best. All right. It's a really cool, really fun robot, but let's go get into the gameplay and we'll tell you all about him. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop in our Harpy, and we're going to tell you about this guy as we play. We'll tell you what he's good for, his strengths, his weaknesses. Is he a good robot? All of that stuff. So between this guy and the Siren, I know a lot of people are wondering which one is better. I think they're both very, very similar. All right, I kind of like this one better. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't done that already, please consider doing that right now. All right, let's go get back to the game clip. So I will say right now we're playing a beacon mode. This guy does not shine in beacon modes. Now, he's great for helping your teammates get beacons. He's a good backup robot. He really shines in team deathmatch, but we're going to play him in a beacon mode. Remember, guys, if you are playing beacon mode, your main goal is to grab beacons. It's not about how much damage you get. It's not about how many kills you get. It's about winning the game by grabbing beacons, okay? So those of you guys who only care about the damage, go play some team deathmatch, please, all right? I see so many guys who don't even bother to get the beacons. But one thing cool about this robot is if you can find a group of enemies, which I'm not really seeing at the moment. All right, if you can find a group of enemies, you can go up in the air, you can shoot that group with your little rocket there, and you know you're gonna put that bomb effect on every single robot who's over there in that area. So you can wipe out multiple robots at one time if this guy's played right. So one thing about this guy though is you always want to stay back. You don't want to get too close, okay? This is not a brawler. This is not a beacon grabber. This is not a beacon runner. He's more of a longer range, mid-range support type robot who can really help your teammates out a lot. Now, he's very fun to play, all right? I really enjoy playing this robot, but at the same time, he's not always the best choice for beacon matches, right? I will say most of the time I do really well with this. Once your team has all the beacons under control like we have right now, this is where he shines in the beacon modes, because you can just get up there, you can just help your teammates win by, you know, suppressing the enemies, just killing guys, not letting them get your beacons. It's great. You just want to hang back a little bit, like I said though. You don't want to get too close. This is not a brawler. And you always want to watch what's around you, because you know, if you start getting shot from the back or the sides or whatever, you're going to go down pretty fast because he's very squishy. All right, so the way I'm playing this guy right now is exactly how you want to play this robot. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get up over here. I think my teammate needs help at this beacon, so unfortunately, that guy is going to get away. Now, I don't know why, but the ability shot somebody way over there. He didn't shoot the guy I was pointing at. So every once in a while, the ability on this gets a little weird, but generally, whoever you're pointing at, once you get up in the air, it will shoot at. Now, I will say this. Do not fire and go up in the air at the same time, or your ability will go off early. All right? So if I instantly hit the button and I'm shooting my weapons as I go up, that's going to be a big problem, okay? That's going to be a big problem, and for some reason the ability will just shoot anywhere. So wait till you're up in the air before you activate the ability. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to die here. There's a whole bunch of Fafners, but all right, we had a pretty good run. Now, if you notice, once I dropped below 50% health, I was able to use my ability again, which is something you guys want. That's that pilot skill. We'll talk about the pilot skills a little later. But that's one pilot skill you need to have on this particular robot, right? Once you drop below 50% health, you can get back up in the air and save your butt when you're in a bad position. All right, so this is not wonderful here. Let's go ahead and get up. All right, we should be able to outsmart this guy if everything goes right. We should be able to outplay this dude, right? He's getting a little crazy there. All right, let's zap him with our lasers. Well, I don't know what's going on. We almost got him. Now I can't even see him. Where is he at? There he is. Let's finish him off, right? What in the world? All right, come on, come on, come on. That is a good run. That is a good run. So, I mean, you guys get to really see this in action. Personally, I think these are excellent robots. There's better robots out there, but this is very fun. It's very good if played correctly, all right? If you play it correctly, it's very good. Hopefully, I just damaged a whole bunch of people with the bomb effect. Right now, I'm probably going to die. I'm in a very bad spot. We got Titans, we got Fafners, we got everything trying to take us down. So I'm going to hit that healing module to try and survive. Oh, they got me. They got me. So that was a really good run with this robot, all right? We'll talk a little bit more about him in just a minute, and then we'll go over the pilot skills. We'll talk about the drones and all that good stuff. So bottom line, I think this is an excellent robot. It may not be for everybody, but I think the majority of people out there that have one of these or the Siren are really going to love it. I do like this better than the Siren for some reason. I just have more fun playing the Harpy. Now the Siren does have one advantage, that you can freeze a group of enemies, and anybody who shoots into that should be doing extra damage to them, because once you freeze somebody, they take 20% more damage. Well, this guy just has the bomb effect, so it can go either way, but I don't know what it is about the Harpy, but I like him much better than the Siren myself. As far as the weapon choices, I love the Hills and the Scotties. That is definitely my favorite setup, all right? Sometimes I actually might put one of those flaming rockets up on the top and keep the two Scotties on the side, or you can go with all three flaming rockets if you want. A lot of people do like the flaming rockets because his ability has the bomb effect, and so do the flaming rockets. But I really prefer this, okay? I prefer these weapons right now. I do the best with these. I get the most kills with these. I mean, it's not rare for me to go into a game with a setup and get godlikes, living legends, all right? Not every game's like that. This robot is very squishy. He dies very easily, and you have to be very strategic and play him very carefully if you want this robot to do the best. When I go into a team deathmatch, I usually dominate with this guy. I wanted to take him into a game mode that he's not best at and give you guys an idea of how he does and how to play him in that type of game mode. So you definitely got to hang back. You got to be really careful when you go up in the air, because he's so squishy. So is the Siren. They can kill these guys when they're in the air, even with that reflector shield going on. So you got to be very careful. You always want to hang back. Try and be just far enough away that people are going to have a hard time hitting you. I always try to stay 500 to 600 meters back from all the enemies if possible. The main weakness of this guy is good luck holding a beacon. You might be able to grab a beacon with this guy, but good luck holding it, all right? You grab the beacon, some enemies come over and try and take it back from you. You almost always have to go into your ability and fly away before they destroy you, because if you stay on that beacon and there's 2 or 3 enemies coming at you, you don't stand a chance, all right? He's a squishy guy. He's a mid-range fighter. He is not a brawler. He's not a beacon runner. He's just a great mid-range assassin, mid-range fighter. I kind of look at this as almost like a support robot. All right, it's more like a support fighter. That's how I would call this guy. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the modules. I would definitely run 2 heavy armor kits in a last stand plus a repair unit on this guy. All right, I know a lot of people are going to want to run the nuclear amplifiers, which is what I just had on it in that last battle. On most robots, I think the nuclear amplifiers are really good, but on this one, I don't know. I tend to find the extra durability is more important. So I would probably run 2 heavy armor kits in the last stand, or if you want, you could do a nuclear amplifier, heavy armor, and last stand, plus the repair unit, okay? But that's my advice on how to set this guy up. This would be my second favorite setup, 2 Scotties and an incinerator. I really like this a lot. This is a very fun setup to play, very good. This way you kind of got the best of both worlds. You got the bomb effect and the freeze, plus the bomb ability. You might want to try this one out if you have those weapons. If you find that you're really comfortable getting in nice and close to the enemies, the Venom and Bane is an excellent setup. I've played several matches with this and I really like it, but it's not ideal, okay? I think it's way better to have the 500 and 600 meter weapons on this guy. But Some people are probably going to like playing this guy up close, which works out, but not as good in my opinion. Definitely go with the longer range weapons if you can. Now, when it comes for the pilot skills, guys, this one doesn't really need a whole lot of skills to start doing well. The Sisterhood pilot is very cool. This is a legendary pilot. Remember, there is supposed to be another pilot coming out for this, which is going to allow it to shoot through shields every time it's up in the air. And that might be a really cool pilot to have. Some people are going to like that one better. Some people might actually like this one better because the Sisterhood has a really nice ability. All right. Now, as far as pilot skills, Module Expert, all right, that's a pretty cool skill. Destroyer, his ability does more damage. Armor Expert, he's got increased durability. Death Survivor, that makes his ability recharge every time he drops below 50%. Now, as far as skills I don't have yet on mine, Mechanic is something you definitely want to get on here at some point. Mechanic is very, very good, right? Roadhog, to give him increased speed, you're definitely going to want Roadhog. Adamant Roadhog is pretty nice. Scout, that's another skill that gives him more speed, and in my opinion, you're going to want to get Scout as well. Module Expert is nice, okay, and Dodger is very nice. Those are the other skills I don't have that you're probably going to want to consider getting, okay? So that's what I would do with the pilot skills on this guy. Mine, I don't have enough gold to level up the pilot yet, so we're going to add some more skills to him eventually. As far as your drone goes, I'm going to go ahead and say you're either going to want to run a paralysis. If you're interested in locking people down, the paralysis is very good. The Nebula, another great drone for this guy, right? I love the Nebula on here. Or if you have a Persephone, that is great as well. Those are the three drones I would consider running on this robot. I like them a lot, okay? You want defense points or extra damage. Now, the Nebula and the Persephone both have 2 slots where you can run defense point chips. Every time you hit your healing module, bam, defense points, okay? That's a good setup. Personally, I think I would go with the Nebula on this guy because you can add an effect. I can run a suppressor chip, 2 on repair unit defense chips, and a mild damage absorber shield. So I think on this particular robot, I really like the Nebula. Plus, the Nebula heals him up after he takes X amount of damage. It's kind of a squishy robot, so the healing isn't the greatest on this one. So in some ways, maybe the Persephone would be slightly better. In some ways, this would be better. The difference is if you run the Persephone, you're going to get constant healing like a mechanic, and you're going to lose the suppressor, but instead you'll have a chip that you can add a little damage every time you hit the healing module. That's the best way to set those up in my opinion, but I kind of like the Nebula on this one. So bottom line, I think this is a very fun, very awesome, very handy robot, and a lot of people are going to love playing this one. It's very good, guys. It's very good. All right. I don't know if it's going to become meta or not. There's a lot of stuff going on here with this robot. It's a little bit squishy, but I think these are going to come in very handy. I like it, guys. I like it. It's not the best robot out there. I mean, I would rather have a Fenrir or a Revenant or a Fafnir or something else in there, but having one of these in my hangar is amazing. I don't think I would want to have both the Harpy and the Siren. I would want to have one or the other. So I guess the question is, you got to figure out which one of those two you like better and then go with that one. But Harpy versus Siren, they're so similar, it's not even funny. I pretty much have the same results with both. I get the same amount of damage. They just both work very, very well for me. But for some reason, like I said, I just like the Harpy slightly better. Anyways, hopefully this video helps, guys. I think that wraps this one up. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time, all right? Lightning out. Have an awesome day. You guys are amazing.